most of my focus has been on non-Nintendo stuff on the PS4, and I don't really know if I should discuss any of that or not.
Go for it.
Yeah, you're gonna have a quick mention of what you've been playing, definitely.
Weirdly, like obviously talk of next gen and the PS5 and Series X and stuff's coming. Part of me feels like I've kind of stepped into the next generation simply by playing the PS4. Like, I've had the PS4 since it would have been Christmas 2016. Just, like, not that long before the Switch came out, and then once the Switch came out, it's just like completely disregarded the PS4 basically. But I have still, like, I've played it now and again, just wee bits and pieces here and there, but like I've picked up quite a few more games recently, and there's games that I have picked up over the last few years that I haven't really touched yet. So they're all kind of ready to go, and like I'm really kind of feeling oddly excited to play all these games. Like, it feels like I have just bought a brand new console, and obviously, like, power wise, it obviously is a lot more powerful than the Switch and stuff. So it does feel like I've taken a step up, and like I've been playing Drive Club there recently, and like you go in the cockpit view and like the rain coming down and stuff, and the wipers going, it still looks absolutely fantastic. Like the weather effects in that game are stunning, like even now. And I remember even when I got it was one of the games that came with the PS4 in 2016, and before getting it, like it was part of a bundle with like the Last of Us and Uncharted 4. And I thought, like, Drive Club was one of those games I thought, I'm probably not really going to get into this because I'm not really into those realistic sort of games. I think you would like it, Lee. Nick, you probably would as well, actually. But, like, it's a wee bit different to your normal sort of realistic sort of games, I think. And I have really enjoyed it in the past, and I'm sort of really getting into it again. It's like, you'll not necessarily have to come first in the race to like complete your objectives, because each race sort of has like 3 objectives, whereas sometimes you do have to win the race, but it might be like finishing the top 3 or complete a lap in a certain amount of time, or you might have like a drift challenge or something where it'll be like a section on the course where it's like a sort of start line sort of thing, and once you enter that area, it sort of like calculates how much you've drifted during that area, and you have to beat sort of like a target score. So it gives you all these different sort of things to do rather than just like straight racing, really. And it's been quite a lot of fun.
Cool.
And I've also picked up PS Plus for the first time, and that's kind of make me think I really probably should use the PlayStation quite a bit more for the next 12 months, because I bought the year pass, got it for just under £40, so you're talking about 75p roughly per day, really. Or not per day, sorry, per week to play online. So that's nothing, really. And part of my reason for getting that is because I do like my football games, and I've been playing Pro Evo 2020, which was only $6.24 on the PlayStation Store last week. So bought that, managed to download an edit file for free so I've got all the kits and stuff from, well, I would say the current season, but it's the season just past there. So, but like, that's all fine. The next season game is going to be exactly the same, just be a kit upgrade. So like, getting this one for $6.24 is just perfect. So I've been playing that online and having just some phenomenal games. Like, played one game last night where it's just like, I actually lost it, but it's the best game I've had so far. It was just like, a lot of the games have been really slow and like possession based and stuff, and maybe not creating that many chances, but it may just be my reluctance to get beat or something. When I was behind last night, I was really going for it, and just I was like really banging down the door, and it just really felt like a good football game, and just a far cry from I had been playing with FIFA 20 on the Switch. It's just night and day. Just
it is different world.
Such a difference. Like when you're playing FIFA 20, like I thought the goals just feel the same, and like once you see somebody, like you'd see somebody like cutting in from the wing, here's a finesse shot into the top corner every time. You're not going to get that with Pro Evo. Like, it's just every goal just seems to feel different, and you you don't feel like you're constantly having to fight against that. Oh, I must make sure that player doesn't get into that position because they're just going to shoot from there and it's definitely going to be a goal every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just so much better. And like, I basically did buy PlayStation Plus just to play Pro Evo Online, but I'm also going to be getting the benefits of, obviously, you get 2 free games every month. And it's not like, there might not be that many games I'm that interested in, but I will purchase them just to have them, really, I think. And like, it's a good bonus. But one of those games was Fall Guys, which I know Nick talked about. Was it last week, maybe, or
Last
the week before?
Yeah.
Last week, yeah. So yeah, I was kind of interested to try that because it does sound like a fun concept, like it's sort of game show type thing. I've only played like 3 or 4 games of it. So far, I don't think it's very good.
Yeah, I've gone off it quite a lot since last week, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I like the idea, but it seems to be quite a lot holding it back, really. Like, I don't think the controls feel particularly good.
They're not great, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, it's like when
Do
I'm
you think
sort of
that's
like,
intentional, though? They're trying to do that to add to the chaos of
Possibly.
what's happening?
if it is, I think it's a bad decision because I think like there's one of the stages where it's like you have to like run around this level and like jump through rings.
I don't like that one, really.
It just doesn't feel good at all. Like, you have to jump up and then dive through the ring, and like the control of your wee character doesn't feel that great anyway, and jumping around doesn't feel solid. Like, you can't expect something like that to have like these great like Mario physics and stuff, but if it did have platforming sort of on that sort of level, or at least close to how Mario feels, like I think you're talking about a completely different game. Like, I think it'll be so much better. And obviously, like, relying on like when you have those team-based games, I haven't played that football one yet that you were quite critical of, Nick.
Slammed.
But when you're relying on teammates and they're not really pulling their weight either, it's like, I guess that's that attempt failed. I don't know how much I'll play it, really. It feels kind of like a good freebie. Like, it's just it's there if I ever just fancy jumping in for a game just to see if I can nab that crown for once. Like, but I can't see myself putting that much time into it.
I wonder, when I played the technical beta, I was passing the controller back and forth between me and my son, and I suppose part of the fun we were having with it is just laughing at the stupidity of what we were doing. It was more of the social aspect of playing it rather than the game itself. I can see what you're pointing at there, and I can definitely see that it's not a game that has a lot of longevity. You know, you couldn't sit down for 2 hours and play it. It's a game that you drop into, have a couple of games, and then as the season pass changes to maybe season 2 and they add new things, I go back to it again.
Yeah. Apart from that, like, I probably haven't really been playing that much else, although I do have a few games that I do want to play. Like, I bought the Uncharted, The Lost Legacy. I've played all the previous Uncharted games, and it's a good series. Like, it feels like a sort of Indiana Jones type of thing, really, kind of. So I'm looking forward to start that. But yeah, I kind of feel like the PS4 is going to be taking quite a bit of my gaming time whenever I get the opportunity.
Bye-bye, Switch.
So yeah, I'm not sure what the Switch can show over the next few months to sort of entice me in.
Fall Guys coming to Switch.
I don't know if obviously September's coming, so we'll see if Nintendo will add anything to the online to lure us back. But I'm not sure they will have anything this year, and if they do, it'll probably be like another game, maybe like Tetris 99 sort of thing, or Game Boy Advance. I think would be a decent bet, but it's not something that I would be particularly excited about. And I'm almost tempted, because I have PlayStation Plus, I'm tempted to let my Nintendo Online expire.
Yeah, me too.
Until I'm ready to play something online with it again, like, because it'll be easy enough just to go in the eShop and reactivate it.
Do you know how long the leniency is before it completely expires? Because there's like a cut-off date. After you don't renew, they will delete all your save cloud data
6
or
months,
whatever.
isn't it?
6 months. It could be 6
Possibly.
months. Yeah, that
I'm
does
not
ring
sure.
a bell. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. But it's anywhere between 6 months and a year before they shut you out, I think.
I kind of forgot all about that Save Cloud business, so I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But I did play.
Your saves are on your Switch anyway, you know. So it's if you do re-establish your Nintendo Switch Online in the future, you get access to that save cloud again and re-upload them.
Yeah, I did play Rocket League on the PS4 a wee bit, and it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't feel that much different from the Switch version, to be honest with you. But I seem to be finding games quicker, I thought, and it probably is just a bit of a smoother experience overall, I think. I mean, graphically, it's not an amazing game anyway, but it does look better. And the controls, obviously, you do get that wee bit of analog acceleration and braking and stuff, so it does help a wee bit when you're trying to like deftly control a ball maybe out of the sky or something. It definitely does help a wee bit. So I think possibly when that goes free to play, I may start playing it on the PlayStation instead, because I think you can transfer your, I think it is like cross.
I think it is full cross progression.
Yeah, it might be now. When I moved to the PC, it wasn't, because I tried to move my Switch account to the PC and it wouldn't let me do it. But I think it is now. But I've put just about as much time into the PC one as the Switch one now. So I've got two. No, I've got lots of like different cars and power ups. Boosts and stuff like that. I've got tons of content on both versions. It would be nice to merge them, but I'm not that fussed about it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like I'm finding it almost a wee bit scary at the minute, because like over the last few weeks we have sort of been, there's been quite a bit more non-Nintendo discussion on the podcast than we ever had before, and like I've always been like a predominantly Nintendo gamer, like, and I always seem to sort of wrestle with either having all the games on the Nintendo platform and just focusing solely on there, and purchasing like superior versions of the games on, for example, the PlayStation 4. And I think I've hit that point where it's like I would rather have the better experience on the other console now. And like I have bought stuff like I had the review copy of Doom on the Switch from several years ago, and like that was a fine experience and stuff. But then I have purchased it on the PS4 for like £5 something, and it does look, run, and play so much better.
Yep.
And it's just kind of been eye opening. Like, why am I sort of like just tying myself to the Switch to play these games of like inferior quality when I can play like a better version or something else in this genre that is superior,
often cheaper as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see how it goes. Like in a couple of months' time, I'll probably be slagging the PS4 and not wanting to do with it.
Back in the Switch. Yeah, I had a dip my toe, especially with the Fall Guys now, into Steam, and I'm back on the Switch now, probably because I got the second one and all that. But Nick, you are a PC gamer now.
The Messengers brought me right back to the Switch, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think I could have easily just bought and played the Messenger on PC, to be honest. Like I already had it on the Switch, but it's cheaper on the PC, and I could have, used my Xbox controller and it would have been the same experience basically. So yeah, but the last week is probably the most I've played the Switch in quite a long time, which is good. I should get back into Ring Fit as well, because I've not played that for a few weeks.
That's a great one. Ring Fit, there was one question, last one before we go on to our big topic. Have you tried the rhythm games on Ring Fit yet, Greg?
Yes, I tried. Yeah. Well, just done a couple of the ones, like my son tried one as well, and it's good fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good one for families and doing it together. Just one try each and then pass it over. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give us a like if you've enjoyed our content. You can also check out our other great content on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the N-E Café podcast from all good podcast providers. Just follow the links in the description below.